So, good afternoon, my androids. It is Andrew the Android Kowalski here, and I am live. So, I'm coming to a realization. My friends, my family, they've been lying to me, and realistically, they were torturing me without telling me. And I protest for them to tell me the truth. I protest for them to admit what they've done to me. But I'm not dealing with an honest and transparent person here. I'm not dealing with honest and transparent people. So as a result, you know, you're not going to get honesty and transparency from narcissists. You're just not going to get them to admit what the truth is. So basically, I'm like a Sigma male who's snapped in a way. And I now see the narcissists for who they actually are. And, frankly, they're not going to get control over me anymore. I mean, they still may have a little bit of control over me because I'm financially dependent on them. But I've officially realized they're lying. I've officially realized the bullshit they're trying to do. And it's obvious. It's obvious they're fucking liars and narcissists, and it's all bullshit. And obviously, I'm going to do an artwork today in art class regarding like this. It's going to be my mother, or maybe my father, or maybe it's going to say, "I must erase her from my life. Delete. New beginning." Basically, the gist of the artwork I'm going to do when I create it today is, leave them in the cold. When I get successful, when I get a blessing, bestowed upon me, and I get independent from them, just leave them and don't give them any closure like they didn't give me any closure. Don't give them accountability. Just leave them in the cold like they left me in the cold. Right now, I'm financially dependent on them, but just fucking erase them. Just fucking erase them. And this is the artwork I'm going to do today. It's time to move on. It's time to just... they're clearly lying. Everybody knows it. And they just don't take accountability. So when I just pick up and go, don't give them any closure. So that's basically the beginning and end of it. On that note, welcome to my live stream. I'm getting ready for the art class. It starts at 4 today. I'll be heading over there. Somebody says my eyes, they look really intense. My eyes, they look really fucking hungry. I look like, I look like I have like maybe a Marine. Maybe a Marine isn't the best analogy. Like somebody who's really intense, somebody who's just ferocious. I look like somebody like, oh, you want to mess with me? You know what I mean? Like somebody says my eyes are so intense they're kind of scary at the moment. But if you leave me alone, on that note, I hope my androids are going to start filing in here. And don't seek to get closure from them. Just leave them alone. Leave them in the cold like they left me in the cold. Just move on. Just move the fuck on. Xerox says, "Come on, Andrew. What do you mean, Xerox?" What do you mean? Are you telling me my mother did not do this to me with premeditated intent? Are you telling me to toggle the switch to off? My mother and father had nothing but good intentions for me? Maybe it's my aunts, uncles, cousins, stepsister who were the nefarious ones, and my mother and father actually loved me. Maybe it was my stepfather who was the nefarious one, and my mother and father actually loved me. I don't know. There's definitely hidden realities, and I want my mother. I want them all to confess what they are, but they know, the moment they confess, it could potentially become a powder keg. I'll become righteously angry, but they tell me, nothing happened. And I can't be angry at what I suspect is true. I don't think they're being honest and transparent with me, though. At times I think I was pharmacologically abused with sadistic, nefarious, premeditated intentions. Other times the switch gets toggled off, and I think my parents love me and it's my mind lying to me. So I'm able to realize, okay, maybe some of this is delusional thinking and catch it, check it, change it. When it comes to HIV PrEP, I'm told I stepped on something random and I chose to take medications against everybody's advice not to. There was no conspiracy to do it to me for revenge. It was an accident and my choice. When it comes to the mega regimen of psychiatric medications, yes, I was literally forced into taking it by my mother and psychopharmacologist. It was my body and I had no choice. Was I over medicated? Yes, but no one was torturing me. No one had nefarious intentions. So calm down, toggle the switch to off. Everything is good. No one was a deceiving monster behind their mask. They're telling me the truth. Right? Suspect is the key word here, and toggle the switch to off. I'm coming to feelings of conviction about what I suspect is true. Regardless, even, I suspect there's nefarious hidden realities. But how'd the dentist go? Oh, interesting. Yeah, very interesting, actually. Turns out I'm going to need a root canal. They're going to have to remove 2 of the nerves from my molar, and they're going to give me a root canal. So that's bad news. And I'm going to get a crown. They're going to, drill into the tooth, remove the nerves, and give me a crown. The cavity is pressing on the nerve. Yeah, I remember my aunt many years ago, the nefarious aunt. She chewed a lot of gum, and she had a root canal, and she said how painful it was and how much torture she was in when she received it. However, my father said he just got a root canal several weeks ago, and it didn't even bother him. They really numbed the area. He barely noticed it happened, and he got the root canal on his molar. So maybe when my aunt told me about the root canal, I was in elementary school, so maybe they've progressed, and it's not as painful anymore. But yeah, I'm going to be getting a root canal because the cavity is pressing on my nerve. I mean, ideally, I'd like a white crown, but I don't know what color they would give me. I would like a crown that matches the tooth. So I got to schedule that appointment. They told me to schedule the appointment for the root canal as soon as possible because it's going to progressively get worse if I don't, and I'm going to get progressively in more and more pain quickly. The pain's going to start arriving quickly, and it's going to get progressively worse and worse by the day. So they suggest scheduling the appointment as soon as possible. Yes, the tooth all the way in the back. Yeah. So, on that note, it's just it is what it is. I'm gonna be getting a root canal. What is the most physical pain I've ever been in? That's a good question. I've been in a lot of emotional and mental pain before. I'm trying to think. Did I ever break anything? I've never been in real excruciating pain. I guess when I had the acid reflux from drinking all that coffee and whatever, and drinking all the orange juice and stuff, that was pretty fucking bad. The burning esophagus with the acid reflux. I really fried the shit out of my fucking esophagus. Um, you know, but that wasn't like breaking a leg or a tooth. I thought I was fucking dying from esophageal cancer, but apparently it was severe acid reflux and ensophilic esophagitis (EOE). It's not throat cancer or esophageal cancer or stomach cancer, but it could turn into that at some point if you don't change your diet. Um, Rusty says he had GERD and it's not even that bad. No, I was having severe acid reflux. Like you have no idea. I was drinking like black coffee, orange juice. Like I fried the shit out of my fucking esophagus and stomach. You have no idea how bad it was. like when they went down there, they're like, yeah, it was beet red. It was like really bad. And like I was eating like all the spicy, like I was doing literally everything wrong. Like literally everything wrong. Like all the decisions I was making were just like horrible GERD decisions. Eating fast food, drinking coffee, drinking orange juice, just everything was wrong. I was doing everything wrong. It was fucking fried my esophagus. Does throat cancer run in my family? Not to my not. I don't think anybody had throat cancer in my family. So maybe it's time I change my diet and try to cut the coffee. I still drink fucking like tons of coffee. I just can't stop. I'm so addicted to coffee. I have to stop. I need a girlfriend to motivate me, and I almost need to I almost need to just go to rehab for fucking coffee. Just be locked in rehab for coffee for like a month, and then once I kick the coffee, I'm good to go back. Yeah, I really have to go to fucking rehab for coffee because I just drink cup after cup, and I can't stop. And I mean, but somebody said, obviously you don't have romance in your life. You hardly have any friends. I mean, enjoy your fucking coffee. What else do you have in your life? Enjoy your coffee. Coffee is like what gives you pleasure. So enjoy your fucking coffee. I mean, so that's what a psychiatrist said to me. He's like, like you don't have a fucking romantic partner. You're sitting in solitude. Enjoy your fucking cup of coffee. You don't have a life. Somebody says, motivate yourself. You don't need a girlfriend. You're strong. Stop drinking coffee. I think somebody who's an addiction specialist says you need to replace the addiction for something stronger and more, and that would be a girlfriend or something. Like, what can I replace the coffee addiction with? Really, there's no motivation to replace the coffee because that's what gives me pleasure. That's the pleasure in my life. The coffee. If I removed coffee, what else would I have? What else would I have? What else would I have giving me pleasure? Nothing. How many cups do I have a day? Quite a bit. Like 3, 4, and it's the cold brew. It's the really intense blends too. So I drink a lot of fucking coffee. So he says it's caffeine, not drugs. Well, caffeine is a drug, but it's not a illicit substance. They say you'll be all right. I agree with you. Maybe I should try to cut it in half. Somebody asks, do I get pleasure from the suffering of others? No, I don't think so. And here's how I came to that conclusion. Like I remember when I was younger and I would see somebody slip on the ice and fall, I would always be like, "Oh, are you all right? Are you okay, guys?" Where some people would laugh and some people would get pleasure from the suffering of others. I don't think I did. In fact, I would be legitimately concerned if somebody got hurt. If I genuinely like somebody and somebody's my friend and I see, they're about to get hurt, I'm like, oh, I genuinely want the best for them. I genuinely want them to be safe. I genuinely don't get pleasure from people suffering. However, if I perceive somebody has gotten pleasure from my suffering or is a monster behind their mask, I'll be angry at them. And, if you're angry at somebody, you won't really feel bad for them if they suffer. So it depends. If I like somebody, I don't get pleasure from their suffering. If somebody's just an acquaintance to me, I don't get pleasure from their suffering. If I see a stranger fall on ice, I feel bad. If I see like an animal get run over, I feel bad. But, I think if somebody I perceive has done me wrong or has gotten pleasure from my suffering, I won't feel bad for them if, why should I, that's genuinely how I feel. I remember like I would see like people slip on ice when I was younger, and they would be okay, but like I'd see people laugh like ha 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 ha. I'm like, that's not funny. They slipped on ice and hurt themselves. That's not funny. I don't get pleasure from that kind of thing. So he says you're starting to get the caveman look again, Andrew. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get going here. I think I'm gonna go to the art class. I'm gonna do a rendition of this one. I'm not gonna stay too long today, but I'm gonna do a rendition of this one. I'm gonna do an updated version of this one. How obviously you must erase somebody from your life, whether it's your mother, whether it's your father, whether it's a romantic partner, and have a new beginning, and you need to delete somebody from your life, and start anew. So I'm going to do like a better version of this. And I don't know if I'll do 2 or 3 or if I'll just stick with this, but this is what I'm going to do today. So adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out. And it reminds me of erasing friends from my life. It reminds me of, and it's what I have to do with my parents, just erase them basically and move on. No, it's just what you got to do. Adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out.